Next, from the House Chamber of the Illinois State Capitol, Governor Rod Blagojevich delivers his fiscal year 2009 budget. This is the governor's blueprint for funding state government from July 2008 through June 2009. Following the governor's comments, we will hear reactions from the lawmakers, but now, Governor Rod Blagojevich.
Ladies and gentlemen of the General Assembly, as we gather here in this historic chamber, we can feel the presence of history, of great events that shaped our state and nation. But today we must pause to remember a tragic and inexplicable event, one that words cannot heal, perhaps only time can, and surely never completely. To the parents and loved ones of those lost last week at Northern Illinois University, to those heroically recovering, we offer our prayers and our support. And for the students who were taken from us, may God bless them and keep them close and watch over them. There is little we can do to explain or understand why. It is for us to gather closely those we love, to appreciate what we have, and to be there for those who lost so much. A moment of silence, please. Thank you. Now I'd like to turn our attention to the future and to the tasks that lie ahead. In a time of economic challenge, it is our challenge to offer a way forward. Times are tough. People are worried. But there are solutions. I'm here to talk about the state of the state and to present a budget. But how do you talk about the state of Illinois without first talking about the state of the nation? Today, we're a country at war. Leading economists warn of a recession. Unemployment is up. More and more Americans find themselves without health care, and many families face the very real possibility of losing their homes. In America, the promise of the American dream is a promise that's getting harder to keep. In Illinois, we are guiding a ship that's in the midst of a storm. But by working together, and sometimes not always working together, our ship of state is on the right course to navigate through that storm. In spite of national trends, here in Illinois, we have made real progress for people. Over the last 4 years, we led the Midwest in job creation. We raised the minimum wage, not once, but twice. More than 750,000 people have gotten health care, including all kids. We're the first state in the nation to create a fund to help families keep their homes. We put a record amount of money in our schools without raising taxes on people. And most recently, Illinois became the only state where a senior citizen can ride the bus for free. We've made. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And you're a long way from being a senior citizen. We've made a lot of progress for people. But make no mistake about it, these are tough times. And when times are tough, I believe the best way to fight for families and to fight for people is to focus on strengthening the economy. The economy is about interest rates, inflation rates, the velocity of money, and subprime mortgages. It's about the balance of trade and taxes, fiscal and monetary policy, the unemployment rate, and more. But what it really comes down to is families and their economy. Today, as we focus on what I believe we must do to strengthen our economy, we must never lose sight of the fact that it's all about families and our ability to help them build a better, more secure life. What I will propose today is a comprehensive approach to the economy. It will focus on 3 clear and achievable goals. It will be challenging, but we can do this. A stronger economy requires an infrastructure that will support and spur growth. A stronger economy requires that families get more of their hard-earned money to spend and save the way they want to. A A stronger economy requires that we cut taxes for businesses that create jobs and growth. That's it. Infrastructure, relief for families, tax cuts for businesses. If we make the tough choices elsewhere in our $58 billion budget, we can do these things and we can strengthen our economy. And we should do it now. My first proposal focuses on families. Why? Because our state's economy is based on the family. And every month at the kitchen table, that reality hits home with the parents as they try to balance their checkbook with all the bills their families face. They don't need an economist to tell them the economy is in trouble. They know it. Because at the end of every month, they don't have any money left over. Our focus on the economy must always keep in mind that family. If they are stronger, our state is stronger. If they are struggling, our economy is weakened, our future diminished. So here's what I propose. We do in Illinois what Washington just did. Help middle-class families. Help middle-class families by giving them another $300 tax credit for their children. This doubles the tax credit Washington just passed. Doubling the tax credit would give parents a little more money to pay for the things their kids need now, and maybe have a little left over to invest in their kids' future. A Republican president and a Democratic-controlled Congress put aside their differences and came together to act quickly. If Washington can do it, we can do it. They did their share. We should do ours. Economic experts say this is good policy. It will strengthen the economy by putting more money into the hands of families. And besides, families need it. It's hard to make ends meet these days. When I was growing up, every hard-earned penny my parents made was spent on paying the rent, feeding their children, and paying their bills. Like a lot of families, my mother and father lived paycheck to paycheck. There was no money left over for things like movies or restaurants or vacations. For my parents, life was hard, but they had real opportunity. Hard work meant a better life for their kids. But imagine how hard it is for families to make ends meet today. How can they afford to build a better life for their children when the cost of virtually everything is going up? In the last 5 years, the cost of gasoline has doubled. The cost to heat your home is up more than 50%. It costs 25% more just to turn your lights on. Eggs cost twice as much. Bread costs 3 times as much. And a gallon of milk is $1 more than it was just a few years ago. Wages don't keep pace, and leaders at every level of government keep talking about raising taxes on people. Enough is enough. The middle class is getting squeezed. They're doing their part. They're working longer and harder than ever before. But they're finding it harder and harder to make ends meet and provide for their families. Let's help those families, and let's do it now.